If you've purchased a carbureted ignition from Daytona Twin Tec for your Shovelhead, Evolution, or Twin Cam, and you want to know where to set the dials, stay tuned to this video. The most common tech support phone call I get with Daytona Twin Tec ignition systems has to be due to where to set the dials. Fact is, guys, if we told you where to exactly set the dials for your engine combination, we would be doing you a disservice. Every motorcycle is different. Where you live makes things quite a bit different. The fuel quality that you may have, the octane availability, how your engine's built, how healthy your engine is, how your carburetor's tuned, are just some very small factors. So what I'll do is at least give you some guidelines and some ideas on where to get started. Now, depending on if you're working with a 1005 ignition for the nose cone ignitions for your Shovelheads and your Evolutions, or the external ignitions, the 1006 and 1007, they all have one thing in common, and that's a mode select switch. Now, if you refer to the instruction sheets, what you're going to see is that you have a choice of street curves or race curves. Okay? Now, in the instruction sheets, you'll have a chart that shows you min and maximum advance based on that factor, street or race curves, as well as whether or not you're utilizing a VOES. So I would strongly suggest you refer to the instruction sheets so you can actually see what's going on there. The other thing a mode select switch will do is enable or disable multi-spark. Now, multi-spark is not the same as single fire or dual fire. Multi-spark is essentially a feature that we built into the ignition systems that would fire the spark plug multiple times in a very rapid rate to help decrease the possibility of fouling plugs at lower RPMs. So I like to always encourage people to enable the multi-spark, whether or not you're running single fire or dual fire. Okay, now when you step into the twin cam programmable ignitions, you also have a mode select switch, but basically your mode selects have to do with whether or not you're enabling multi-spark or not. It's as simple as that. The next two switches that you have are going to be for your advanced slope and initial timing. All right, now your advanced slope setting will move your advanced curve to the left or to the right. It's the easiest way I can think of to explain it. Essentially, the higher your advanced slope, the more aggressive your timing is. Okay, now for your initial timing, that moves your entire advance curve up and down. So if you're starting with essentially a stock engine, put your advanced slope and your initial timing at 5 and 5. That's very close to the stock settings. If you're dealing with more of a hot rod engine, a little elevation and compression ratio, maybe an aggressive cam, set them at 2 and 2. That's a good place to start. The fact is, we're just giving you a conservative place to start. If you just set it there and leave it, you're not doing your engine justice, and you're not doing the ignition systems justice. So the best thing that we suggest, if you start at 2 and 2, and then you can slowly click and get more aggressive with each one of those dials, maybe advance the initial 1 click to 3, and see if you get detonation. And the idea is, you click it once, you go ride. If you hear detonation, then you click it back once. So that's the idea, is you're looking for point of detonation minus a couple of degrees. Okay, and then the other two switches are simply your RPM limit. The first one is going to represent thousands. The second switch would represent hundreds. So if you wanted to set your rev limit at, say, 6,200, then your first switch would be at 6, your second switch would be at 2. And that's pretty much about it, guys. Now, of course, remember, these ignitions are also capable of accepting custom tables. So what you do, you call us up, you order our USB interface, and that gives you to build a completely custom curve. Now, for those of you that have kickback issues, primarily we see that on twin cam softails, beating up starters and ring gears. It's hard to say exactly what the problem can be. It could be, again, compression ratio very high, cylinder pressure high, any number of issues there. Before you order one of these ignitions, give us a call. Actually, give me a call directly, and I can custom program the ignition for you if you have that problem currently. And there's a lot of background programming and different odd things that need to be done to help address those engines that have those kickback problems. So basically, when you get it from me out of the box, it's ready to go and plug in with a good base ignition table in it, and which should solve your kickback issue. So be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends. Thank you very much for watching.